Hi everybody, it's Rachel here from rachthestamper.wordpress.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute birthday card. I'm going to make this for one of my friends with the new stamp set Wherever You Go from the new 2016-2017 catalog. If you can see, I have plenty of things in here that I really loved, and this is one of them on page 144. So we're going to make this into a sunset instead of a sunburst, I guess you would call it. So what we're going to be using is we're going to use basic black as our base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, right? And then I have a piece of crushed curry that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then we just need to get a piece of Whisper White. Let me just grab my trimmer, and we're going to do this one at 5 by 3 3/4. Just got my new Stampin Up trimmer too, which I gotta say I loved way more than I thought I would. So we're gonna use pumpkin pie, so saffron, and basic black for this today. I'm gonna take our piece of Whisper White, and I'm so excited. New stamps. What could be more fun than new stamps? Oh, it's the little things in life, isn't it? Only stampers understand that. All right, so I'm going to stamp the sunset down here at the bottom. Oh, stomach's talking. Sorry about that. Even my stomach's excited about stamping. I know, I'm crazy. So there's our sun. You know, that is about the third time that's happened. I think I am, when I'm inking this, I'm not inking it how I should. Let me clean that off and try one more time. I'm going to actually position this a little more near the top, so maybe I won't get that ridge line, because every time I do it I'm getting the ridge line. All right, let's try this once more. I did just re-ink up my So Saffron ink pad because it's the felt pad, which are the old pads, so they're not quite as juicy as the new foam pads. All right, let's give that a shot. Okay, see if that's better. Much better. Perfect. Okay. It is kind of hard when you have these stamps that aren't really, they don't necessarily fit a block properly. So instead of lining up at the bottom, maybe line up at the top, or you could use one of the shorter blocks as well. So now, where's my bridge? Oh, let's see. I wonder if this one might fit on here. Now we're going to put that catty corner on there. All right, so the bridge we're going to do, before I'm getting ahead of myself, hold on. We're going to take a little pumpkin pie and a sponge dauber, and I'm going to just give a little bit of extra color down here. Doesn't have to be dark. Just to give a little more warmth to the bottom. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. All right, so now we're going to use the basic black archival ink, and we're going to stamp the bridge. The bridge. That was a great show. I don't know if anybody ever used to watch that show. Got canceled, but the bridge. Every time I say the bridge, it reminds me of it. All right. Let me get my act together here and figure out what I want to do. So we're going to stamp this off to the side just a tad and as straight as possible. See what that looks like. Oh, that's pretty cool. We can always fill in a little bit of water here at the bottom too. And I believe somewhere along the lines here there is a little seagull. So we're going to stamp him. Let's see which direction he's facing. All right. Let's try that one more time. Just do a little gull here and one here. There you go. Pretty cool. Okay, and let's see what else. This also has some really neat things. It's got the compass, and what does this say? Wherever you go, go with your heart. That's pretty cool. That's what it says. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. That's even better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water in. So I'm going to take, how about we go with Marina Mist, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the blender pen. So I'm going to directly pick up some ink off of the pad. All right, and I'm just going to swirl this in here down for the water. You could also use the watercolor pen if you wanted to for this, but I don't want to give it a whole lot, just a little something that gives a little bit of cohesion down here so the bridge isn't just floating off in the sky. All right, so there we go. Let me just clean off my blender pen. And then what I think I will do with a lighter color, so I'm going to go with Soft Sky and just squeeze the pad, get a little pool of ink here, and I'm going to use the Aquapainter just lightly, and I'm just going to bring in just a little bit of sky up here so this bridge isn't just totally floating off. Almost looks like a little bit of swirly clouds. There you go, swirly clouds. That's exactly what it is. It's swirly clouds. And I'm just kind of dabbing off first, just so I don't get like a really dark blurb of ink that will kind of not really blend in quite as well. And I'm not really squeezing the brush quite as much, because this is, you could do it a lot more watercolor if you use the thick white cardstock, but so we'll just go with that. That looks pretty good. And I'm kind of avoiding the black because I don't want to smudge the black ink into the picture. Because that archival ink, it doesn't get super runny, but it definitely will run because it's not quite dry. So that looks pretty cool, considering. This is just an idea I kind of thought of pretty quickly, so let me clean off my brush. Okay, and now, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back in again with the Marina Mist, and I'm going to stamp, what did I say here? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. I'm going to stamp that because it's a birthday card, but it's also a traveling birthday card. Oops. Okay, and if I didn't mention this before, the first time you use a stamp, if you have a new stamp set, you want to just stamp off once, just to kind of get the gooky, dirty lint or whatever could be on your stamp off. Okay, I'll stamp that up here. Oh, that's really neat. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what this looks like if we feel like we need to add anything else to it. So we have basic black, crushed curry. Oh, that really ties together well. I don't really think it needs anything else because then that's going to kind of overdo it. So I am going to do it on dimensionals. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. There they are. And I'm going to stick this onto the crushed curry panel. You could also just do a regular, if you wanted to just do happy birthday. That would certainly work on here as well. Get this up here so you guys can see it. Okay, and then some snail will go on here, and we'll adhere this to the basic black panel, just like so. Just give this a little bit of a crease with my bone folder. All right, so that is really a cool card. I think she's really gonna like it. You could always add a little bit more land here if you wanted to, or just make sure when you stamp your stamp, you stamp it more near the bottom. But for a just thinking of this card on the fly. I think that's a pretty cool card. So if you have any questions, suggestions, you want to place an order, you can find me at rachthestamper.stampinup.net. That's the way to get to my online store. Shoot me an email at rachthestamper@gmail.com. You can follow my blog at rachthestamper.wordpress.com. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. I am under Rach the Stamper. On Pinterest, I'm on Rach the Stamper. And if you haven't and you're thinking about joining as a demonstrator, right now is a great time to join because you can pick any 2 stamp sets free in addition to what you get already in the catalog. Any stamp set you want. There are no restrictions whatsoever. So you can get any 2 stamp sets as a bonus onto what you can already get if you want to become a demonstrator. You can also do that on my online store or shoot me an email. I can help you get signed up if you want. You don't have any requirements to sell anything. You can join, get your free stuff, and pretend like you never joined and just stamp to your heart's content. So thanks for watching me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Have a great one.